Okay, this is Luke and Kieran from the Newb Review bringing you a quick look at Bulletstorm, the latest game from the people at Epic Games. And
People can fly.
oh, people can fly, forgive me. So, Kieran, why don't you tell us a little bit about this game? Just what are your early impressions of it so far? Because it's only been out for a little while.
Well, I suppose I better give a bit of background about the demo as well, because I initially, when I first saw the game announced at E3, I was really pumped for it, because I'm a bit of a fan for Epic Games stuff. So like Gears of War, I'm a massive fan of Unreal Tournament. So I was pretty excited. Then I managed to get a little bit of playtime at Eurogamer Expo, and was a bit disappointed, to be honest. And
Oh,
again,
really?
when the demo came out on XBLA, I downloaded that, and again I was a bit disappointed. It just it didn't seem the type of game that I thought it was going to be, because for anyone that hasn't played the demo, it was this thing that we're playing now called Echoes Mode, which is basically like a score attack type thing, where you have to sort of build up your, what they called skill shots. You have to build up your skill shots and accumulate as many points as possible in order to basically advance in the online leaderboards. And yeah, I just wasn't that excited about the whole thing after that. And I wasn't gonna bother actually buying the game until it was announced that people who bought the Epic Edition would also be entered into the Gears 3 beta, which so that was the only real reason why I bought it. But after playing the campaign, which was sort of the one thing that I was interested in, I can say that I'm pleasantly surprised. Really enjoying it at the minute. There's bits that I've sort of missed in games of new, really. The sort of the lowbrow style comedy that harks back to
Yeah.
stuff like Duke Nukem, which I used to play to death on my PC when I was younger. So I'm really glad that sort of thing's come back this year. Obviously with this and Duke Nukem Forever actually coming out as well. But yeah, on the whole, I'm loving it. Single player especially. Some of the writing's a bit dodgy in places, but other than that, yeah, really pleased that it's actually a game that I quite like. Since I spent like £40 on it, so yeah, really enjoying it. What have you made of it so far?
Yeah, I did play the demo first, actually. And like you, I thought, it's decent enough. I'm probably going to get it anyway. But yeah, no, I've enjoyed it so far. The thing I like about the campaign is that it's, like you said, some of the writing's a little bit naff, but it's intentionally rubbish. And it's got these wonderful, over-the-top moments in it. There's one section I played recently where you take control of a giant mechanical dinosaur. And rather than shooting your weapons at people, you kind of point at them, pull the trigger, and then the dinosaur will go and shoot them with its laser eyes.
Oh wow, see, I'm not that far into it. That sounds amazing.
Uh-oh.
That sounds so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like you said, I think there's lowbrow humour, but it's not stupid lowbrow humour. I mean, I know
No.
it's got kind of a sophomoric sense of humour with, with the some of the skill shot titles. Like I had one a moment ago called Rear Entry, and if you blow up a bunch of people at once, it's called a gangbang.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, okay, fair enough. That's amusing the first time you hear it, but there's more to it than the humour.
Yeah, I think there's something sort of unique about the way you have to chain kills together. I've not really seen it in any other shooters before.
No, that's right. It's all score based, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's not perfect. The one gripe that I had about the demo actually, and about the game, is apart from sort of shooting, your leash and your boot and your alternate fire for your weapon as well, the game doesn't show you how to get the more extravagant type of skill shots. You sort of have to figure them out for yourself, and there's stuff like finding beer bottles on the ground to make your character intoxicated. That adds to your skill shot, but that isn't pointed out. So there's a lot of stuff in there that I was missing in my first experience of the game, and I think that's maybe one of the reasons why it was a bit disappointing, the demo.
Yeah.
But after hearing people talk about it, and the people that have actually figured out how to do these types of kills, it's made me think a lot more about how I'm playing the game, and yeah, I'm just really enjoying it. I mean, it's really fun. A particular highlight of mine was leashing some guy in midair, and whilst he was flying towards me, I managed to get round behind him. I booted him square on in the nuts, and he went flying into a spike and impaled and died. So it's sort of that kind of humour, really, isn't it? It's sort of really of tongue-in-cheek and quite immature, but really good at the same time.
Yeah, I think what really helps the humour is that it knows what it is as well. There's no pretension here.
No, not at all.
Or pretense.
Yeah, I think there's like we were saying before, there's some moments where the dialogue is a bit weak, but you're not sure whether that's sort of intentional, because the game sort of sets itself out to be over the top, you know, sort of Hollywood style, action orientated, and so, you know, it's I can forgive them on that front, really.
I like the way that it takes the piss out of, you know, big burly space marines.
Yeah.
When, you know, it's Epic Games that are primarily responsible for the big burly space marine characters.
Yeah. But yeah, there's one other thing I suppose we should talk about actually is the different modes in the game, because we've talked about campaign mode, which is so far I'm really enjoying. There's Echoes mode, which is good, and I can see I'm going to play it for quite some time after I've finished the campaign, but not right at the minute. But there's also a multiplayer mode that I completely forgot actually existed.
Yeah, well, we tried to get it working, but our Xboxes don't seem to like each other, do they?
No.
We never have any luck joining games together.
I don't think there's that many people playing it online at the minute, because I tried to get on earlier today, and I couldn't find a match then, so I'm not sure whether it's a problem with our Xboxes or just a case that everyone's trying to play the campaign at the minute, and no one's bothering to play the multiplayer, but from what I can see, and this potentially is a big sort of big plus point for me, is the multiplayer looks like it'll have multiplayer skill shots where you have to combine each other's weaponry to come up with even more like elaborate kills, which potentially is a really cool idea. So sort of, because you've got the basic weapons like the whip and the kick and stuff, but there's only so much you can do on your own. Whereas if you've got another person to so you can kick an enemy over to them, or leash an enemy up in the air and someone's already there aiming to shoot at their heads, the sort of the possibilities really are endless. And
oh yeah,
I will definitely try and check that out at some point as well, because obviously I've got to review the game, so I'll try and comment on that as well. But I totally forgot that it even had a multiplayer, so another sort of pleasant surprise, I guess you could say.